Hello and welcome to the 346th ever Rony's Tuesday Fun Race in Live for Speed. We are on round 10 of season 2 of the 2024 championship, and it is Tuesday the 19th of November already. We're at Rockingham ISSC. Eoin, it's going to be a good one.
Without a doubt, yeah. We've got a superb blend of the car performance and the fact that the track is very short in places. So that, yeah, we're going to have a bunched up grid, plenty of opportunities to get into a big battle, so one to watch.
Yeah, the car that takes the centre stage for the Rony's Tuesday Fun Race, or rather the Race Green Events Formula V8 Championship, the Formula V8 3-litre V8 rear-engine rear-wheel drive car, which generates 450 brake horsepower and weighs 600 kilograms. It's an absolute beast. No traction control, no assists whatsoever. This car wants to kill you every single time you put your foot anywhere near either of the pedals. But for some reason, we absolutely love it, Eoin. This thing provides spectacular racing, and it's a real challenge for the drivers.
Exactly, yeah. You just see the weight of it is so light, despite having the enormous V8 in the back, the 3-litre to be exact. So, yeah, the fact that the oval is going to bring these cars up to a very high speed before a tight Dean hairpin, as you can perfectly see for yourselves right now with the map. That just bodes for an enormous challenge, and if you make a mistake, then yeah, it's pretty much doom and gloom. You've very little chance of recovery.
The 60-minute qualifying session has ended. We have 25 cars on the grid, which we'll go through in a minute. But yeah, 28 laps around the aforementioned Rockingham International Super Sports Car Circuit here in Live for Speed S3. This is a fantastic racing environment. Unfortunately, now defunct, of course, not a functioning racetrack anymore. But it lives on in Live for Speed, and we're grateful for it because it is a wonderful replica, Eoin. It really is nice. It's pleasant on the eyes, this one.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with that. Like, just has a distinct sort of flow about it. Like Sector 1, of course, once you get through the first 3 corners, then you have the chance to build up speed after Chapman into Piff and so on and so forth. And then yeah, at the Tarzan hairpin, we'll see a lot of build up come to fruition, hopefully, at that corner. And then you're down the School Straight, and then the final chicane could lead to a lot of action. And yeah, with the stakes building up even higher, knowing that this is the final month of the championship, 3 races in the final 30 days or so, or 28 days, I suppose, to be precise. It is absolutely massive.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 rounds to go, including tonight's action, all within the space of a month and a half. And it's going to be spicy because we've got Antti Valter leading by 40, maths again, 40, 50 points-ish. Oh my goodness. It's late in the day. That's my excuse.
46 points. Yeah.
the gap between Antti Valter and Gabor, with Unite, Thamuli, Lorenzo, Asker, TJ, Rony, Motomikari, and Magic are your top 10. And we'll let the results slide through while we talk a little bit about what's happening in the qualifying session. It is Gabor and Valter who share the front row, but in what order have they managed to do it today, Eoin?
Well, we have a record equaling performance, so that means it's Gabor. His 34th RTF4 pole position means he is level with Botzi, who was the first driver to set that record. So yeah, we do have history made today. So 2 drivers with 34 poles between them, and you wouldn't be at all surprised if Gabor made a 35 in the month of December. So yeah, poor old Botzi may have to dust himself down and try again to regain that record of his. But of course, with Valter second, this is so important for his championship bid. But of course, we have Zaban and TJ right behind as well, so they will have a great slipstream effect heading into Dean Hairpin.
Yeah, brilliantly said. I mean, 68 pole positions between Botzi and Gabor, both driving for the same team, remember, these days. So that is impressive, but both have been around the block. They've been around for a long time. It doesn't take 5 minutes to build that sort of record up. That's more than a year's worth of RTFR podiums between them. So impressive. Or pole positions, rather. Eoin, I think we are getting the drivers onto the grid. So without any further ado, once the drivers are on the grid, take us away for the lights for round 10 of season 2.
Absolutely. So we do have V8 Racing League champions up and down the grid today. So Thamuli is the defending champion of 2024, but of course Gabor knows how to win this championship as well, dating back to 2021. Let's see if he remembers how to get this FO8 around Rockingham with his championship rival alongside. Away they go. Got to be careful on that accelerator pedal, or else the car will pitch into a big spin. Nevertheless, Valter right behind. He's going to use the ordinary apron. Oh, so close wheel to wheel there, but Valter has a nose in front, but he's braked as late as he dares before Zuban and TJ could react, and Unite is in P5 at the minute, so he's got to do his utmost to help his teammate, and we do have some trouble in the back.
Yeah, we've got drivers falling over each other.
El
It's
Nano.
quite, El Nano spinning around, quite uncomfortable at the back, but Gabor with a good start into Gracelands already, followed by the rest of the field, but the top 4 unchanged.
Yeah, that's so important that the top 4 had their opportunity and they made it stick. Oh, TJ got way too eager on the pedal, and that's Unite on the inside. He's got the big advantage heading into this final chicane. Instead of going right, they end up going left to return to the oval very quickly. So oval turn 4 appears on your screens now, and Gabor takes the lead 1 advantage, or the lap 1 advantage by over a second.
Yeah, he's already breaking down for the hairpin, followed closely by Valter, but yeah, with a lead already. And this is so crucial in their championship fight. We've got points still on the table. If Valter follows Gabor home for the last 3 rounds of the championship, Valter will lift the trophy. There's only a point in it between each of the positions. So unless one of them has a shocking round, Valter has done enough so far this championship, but anything can change, especially with a volatile car like the Formula V8, and also the gravel traps at Rockingham are sticky, especially with those massive slick tyres that the FO8 has.
Precisely, yeah, and I've just seen Zesty served a drive-through penalty for a false start, so he unfortunately jumped the gun a little bit, and he's all the way down 23rd, having just overtaken Spider-Man for a position, but that's really unfortunate. I think El Nano is also going to have to serve a penalty, and you may just see the arrows, orange and black car somewhere on the screen there in the chicane, but he decides to keep going. Gabor's lead has grown another half a second, so he's about 1.7 clear. We have a battle in the bottom third. It's Strutter against Redbot, and Strutter has made the overtake, but Redbot needs to be careful at Dean Hairpin, and thankfully, he realizes the battle can be won at another corner. So you'll try and regroup and see what he can do.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Strutter up there to P18 now, as we have Jaban closing up to the back of Antti Valter. Not seen him around for a very long time, but he likes this combo. He drove it during the Teamwork Racing Championship, as far as I'm aware. In fact, I think Jaban won the championship way back when, or won one of the editions of it, if my memory serves. As we have TJ there, out of the final corner, chasing down Unite, trying to get back that place that he lost on the opening couple of laps.
Yeah, so it's precious now that TJ can work his way back up the order. And Unite, of course, has picked him off, but we're on board now with Zaban again. He's got the fetching footwork arrows car, I think, as his livery. So you can see those diamonds and all sort of lovely patterns on his livery. So yeah, lovely on board as he chases our championship leader, and he has half a second. He's reduced the margin all the way down to half a second, and that means Valta has to play defensive rather than thinking about giving Gabor any second thoughts as he tries to dominate yet another round. He knows he could become the first winner of 4 FO8 events in RTF4. For the second, so Botsy has the record as well. Sorry, he's looking to equal
great
that
liveries
record
on show here.
Yeah,
just want to point that out. It's a nice car to design a livery for, because there's a lot of bodywork on the FO8. A really lovely car. As we watch TJ, who won't really care about that right now. All he'll care about is overtaking that Williams ahead of him. One of the more striking liveries from Williams over the years. As we've got Strutter now getting past Mika Sarkkinen.
Oh, it's lovely. Pull that off. That is no mean feat. Around the outside with a tank slapper to try and calm down. And we're on board with LG Meese in his VR setup on his Twitch channel, LG Meese, all one word. So yeah, if you want to view his perspective with the virtual reality, then head over to his Twitch channel, as well as ours, of course, and pledge your support if you want that sort of coverage of your own.
Bit of a plug, really, for Live for Speed. I think VR at Rockingham is the best experience in Live for Speed for VR, just because of the photorealism of the track. So definitely want to give a go to anyone out there who has or wants to get a VR headset and try LFS, because I guarantee you that Mika is enjoying himself. It is a wonderful, wonderful circuit to drive in VR in LFS. It's a real good one.
Yeah, so you'll definitely feel the banking of the oval before he has to get right on the brakes for Dean. And of course his teammate Tamuli, he's just got an ordinary cockpit view on his Twitch, Tamuli _ and of course, yeah, as I mentioned, he is the 2024 champion of the V8 Racing League. Yeah, so he knows his way around this car as well. So Rony in 7th position is just in the mirrors of Tamuli. So of course Rony shouted him out in his record keeping of the V8 Racing League, and we'll see if he can actually depose the 2024 champ as we enter lap 7.
Yeah, the laps are coming thick and fast. Well, as is not really surprising, this car almost has 1,000 brake horsepower per ton. It is an absolute rocket. As Zesty is making up some places after his early stop, he is past, or rather alongside Rayman, as they go down into the Dean hairpin for the 7th time in this race. And Zesty gave Redbot there a bit of a scare by the looks of it.
Yeah, he may have thought his appearance was a bit tight in mirrors, but yeah, it was looked perfectly okay. Yeah, this is mighty impressive from Zesty to already be challenging for 18th position after a drive-through penalty. El Nano still has the drive-through penalty hanging over him, so if anything, yeah, that would be quite an achievement for Zesty. And he goes down the inside at Tarzan. Redbot probably more fixated on the racing line. He left it open, and that is a pass for the moment. Redbot will try again on the oval, because of course El Nano will give Zesty a boost, and therefore he'll take Redbot with him unless he goes too deep. And yeah, he slid it. He slid on the exit of the actual infield, and Rayman is straight through as we now join Johnny SVK and Arska.
Yeah, I think there was a move made. No, the Arska went for the move but hasn't made the place, so he's in P10 currently, trying to get P9 off of Johnny SVK as they go down the around Gracelands now and down towards Tarzan. And still close together, Jaban and Anti-Valter close together, but 4 seconds have now opened up between our race leader and Valter. But the length of this race is such that the tyres might become a problem for some of the drivers. They'll be getting into the peaky window, at which point they become rather difficult to manage, as we've got Arska now trying to finally make the move again on the oval around the outside of Johnny SVK.
He has 2 wheels in front, but he has to try and slow it down. That is the ultimate challenge. Johnny SVK with the racing line, or the inside line, he managed to get himself lined up perfectly and defends his position. So Pegasus has taken service with a change all around with his tyres and some bodywork repairs. So he will be lapped down in last position.
Here is your race leader, Gabor, just starting lap number 10. With absolutely nobody in front, or rather a back marker in front, and absolutely nobody behind for 4.5 seconds. Not driving one of the usual Sidus liveries this evening. But it's not letting him down. It's definitely putting in a shift. He's got some good pace under himself. And who have we got off in the gravel there? Who's that off on the outside?
It might be Zaban. It's Zaban.
Oh, he's got it all wrong into Yentwood there, and Jaban is down all the way down to P6 as Arska has made his way through Johnny SVK finally. Missed the overtake into Dean. But Arska had the position on the inside into Dean hairpin and gets through up to P9 now. But Jaban, really unusual error. Super talented in this Formula V8 car, but just, must have either gone for a move or braked on the grass or something to put him that deep into the gravel trap in Yentwood, and now he finds himself behind Thamuli, who is having a great season.
Yeah, it is out of this world that we've seen Thamuli raise his game to. I really do enjoy seeing him driving every round here in RTFR. He's had a wonderful year, and with these results, it is definitely testament to his hard work. As we have this battle, El Nano, he put a tire into the danger zone. He got a bite, and Yari Katila, if he's not careful, he can't turn in whatsoever because El Nano is going to defend that. So yeah, he will concede that for the moment, Yari Katila. And let's see if he wants to go down the inside. He will. El Nano holds. Oh, they're going to be side by side into Yentwood. This could end in tears. Not the first time I've alluded to some catastrophe here at Rockingham. I'll be relieved that they made it through the corner.
Yeah, flashbacks to we won't go there. No repeats tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll discuss in the end of year show.
Exactly. As El Nano goes around Gracelands, but Jari Katila's still there, still trying to chase down, as we've got now Jaban on the outside of Thamuli into the Dean hairpin once again, and Thamuli on the favourable inside line. Jaban's going to run it wide, trying to get underneath, and he's going to go for it. Oh, but he backs out, and they both go through unharmed, and Jaban doesn't end up in the gravel trap again. Jari Katila's going to get a huge tow here off the two cars ahead. Oh! And Mies didn't see him.
No, he mustn't have spotted the mirrors, and he may just concede the position out of.
Jari around the outside. Yeah. Great move. So Mies going on the attack on Nano. Oh, and Mies has looped it.
Is unfortunately taken out of his rhythm with the mistake and not knowing Jari was coming. He does back out, and he's waiting for the final gap to open up. But Gabor is coming, so Gabor will have yellow flag warnings right now. So he will just arrive as LG Mies carries on with his event. And TJ, I've just seen him take third place, but this is Zaban fighting his way through Thamuli.
Yeah, and he's made it stick this time. So let's see if he can get the gap opened up. Rony's just behind there as well. Rony's closing in on Thamuli too. But that's back to P5. Jota and Sufor into Yentwood. The Fragmaster driver in the lead at the moment in that battle.
Yeah, he just took the position. Must have been through Dean. Stephen Martin has Starship IFT6, aka Michael Malik. So he's got a very unusual nickname for himself this evening. I hope he took a good commission for advertising a different event.
Well, what time is it, Chris? What time is that liftoff? 10 UTC for everybody that wants to watch Starship launch tonight. Michael Malik doing the advertising on behalf of SpaceX, I guess. He is a space fan, is that boy?
Mm-hmm.
We've got Redbot off somewhere. Oh, it's happened out of Piff. And he's on his way again, but down in P21, so he's lost a chunk of time. And now has been lapped by our race leader and Anti-Valter, who finds himself actually with quite a big gap over TJ and Unite now. These two are drifting apart as well, so the gap's starting to open up at the front of the field. But plenty of action left for the rest of the field to enjoy, as now Rony is starting to close that gap to the back of Thamuli.
Yeah, little by little we'll compare lap times in just a moment or two now. 109.4 for Thamuli, 109.7 for Rony, which means Thamuli has pulled away a little bit. It's definitely an encouraging race here for Rony thus far. He's easily clear of his teammate Lorenzo, who sits in 8th place, and then Arska by himself in 9th, before Mad Jester could potentially put him under pressure. Rony, if he could keep closer ties with Thamuli on this lap, if he can close the gap back again, that would be absolutely massive for him.
Dusty's managed to get past Steve out of the Dean hairpin. He's now right behind Sufor. And I wonder if he'll be able to make a move somewhere on the lap. Oh, bit of kick of oversteer out of Piff, as Nano has also had a mare. So Sufor's teammate off somewhere has had a spin. And coming out of Graceland, Zesty with the dirty air manages to get the power down. And closing up to Sufor in the braking zone. But now we're on to the school straight. And you get a little bit of slipstream here, but it's not a long run down to the Brook chicane. As Sufor defends, Zesty's lining him up for a move into the first corner and can get the power down way earlier. Ooh, a bit of a tardy gear change. Oh, he's trying to get the slipstream, but Sufor's not giving it to him. So Zesty gave up time to try and get the slipstream back. Oh, goes super late on the brakes. And well, that's not worked at all.
No, he makes a slight contact with Sufor, and he goes the long way around it. Yentwood, oh, he's pulled it off.
Oh, lovely.
That's unreal. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
You don't see that very often around the outside there, especially with a car this powerful. Very, very nice move. Mika has retired, unfortunately, after his incident at Yentwood. Clearly has had recurring issues, as Michael Malik, Starship IFT 6 tonight, 10 UTC, is lining him up.
Yeah, this is the moment now. Can you do it?
Got Sufor ahead, having a mare. These three are going to be all together with each other as we head on to the oval once again.
Oh, he's going to get a huge slipstream now. Steve Martin commits. Oh, how do they avoid contact there? That was centimetres in it. And Michael goes for the double and he gets it.
Wild moves happening here tonight, providing us with lots of entertainment. These guys, they've made contact. That sent Sufor across the grass. Oh, and I thought he was going to collect Steve, but Steve gets through the corner before him. Oh, Sufor not going his way tonight. Yeah, and he's immediately been caught by Rayman, so the action never stops for him there. But such is the way with this car. Like, as soon as you come out the corners and you get the power down, kick of oversteer, and anything can happen at that point, especially if you've got cars close by. And Sufor unlucky on this occasion. As we see Gabor coming up to Gracelands. Now with a 9-second gap over Anti-Valter. That is a remarkable gap that he's managed to open up there over a bunch of supremely talented drivers. Gabor is on another plane tonight. Let's see how he does a lap around Rockingham International Sports Car Circuit in Live for Speed. Gets on the power really, really early, coming out of the final corner, which is going to set him up nicely for the run down to turn number 1. He's going to use all the apron. Goes all the way down to the grass. And then out wide to the barrier. He's going to spot his braking marker at about 60 metres, 65 metres, super close. Touches the 2 apexes at the Dean Hairpin perfectly. Breaks down for Yentwood. Don't hit that yellow sausage curb. It's going to send you all out of sorts. Another sausage curb coming up on the entry into Chapman. And now we have the only part of Piff Paff, Piff. And then on to the Steel Straight, the shortest part of the Steel Straight into Gracelands. Very, very committed. Very, very small movements of the steering wheel for Gabor. Now Tarzan. Tight on the entry, opening up the steering on the exit onto the School Straight as he uses part of the entry to the School Straight pit lane. One chicane to go. Brooke, 3 apexes, don't hit the sausage curbs. A little bit of a tap there, doesn't unsettle them too much, and then focus on getting the power down. You don't want any oversteer out of here, and it's smooth as you like. Back onto the power and a cross start finish for a lap of Rockingham 1.
It was a 107.7, 400ths shy of his overall fastest lap. So we got an absolute marvel there from Gabor's. Red Ball has to dig himself out of the gravel trap. Spider-Man nowhere near him, unfortunately. But blue flags. There's a quick. There wasn't attention given. Rayman hits Redbot there, coming in at full speed, and all that effort for Redbot. He's got it right in the suspension. The rear left suspension took the brunt of the impact there, so that car will need urgent repairs. But he's still got another 4 corners or thereabouts to actually negotiate.
The yellow flags would have been waving. I'm fairly sure they would have been waving at that point, and Redbot was as far over as he could have been to let the cars behind go through. But Rayman, probably Redbot was unsighted, but that's a shame. That's a bad way for Redbot's race to come to an end.
Exactly. Rayman, as a matter of fact, has just appeared in Gabor's visor, so he'll want to be let through immediately. So there we go. Rayman cooperates with the blue flags, and Gabor can get on with his task of closing out this race. But yeah, there are 2 more cars in front. That'll be Yargtila and Sufor. So they're the nearest competitors for another moment or so. Anyway, Antivalta another 10 seconds back.
Yeah, here he is. 10 seconds is a massive gap around here. Really, really stunning performance by Gabor. Brilliant pace. But, yeah, fair play to Valter as well. He's got a 9-second gap to TJ, as we've got a move on between Zesty and Strutter. Zesty trying to do it around the outside, but it doesn't work on this occasion. And they've got Johnny SVK just ahead. Oh, Strutter wobbly at the rear, and that's going to allow Zesty to go around the outside once again.
Yeah, that's his
signature
most
move.
reliable move, as a matter of fact. The rare but delightful overtake around the outside. Wood and Johnny SVK stands in between Zesty and 11th. If he can do anything on this form, I wouldn't count him out whatsoever. We'll get on board now, watching and waiting to see. He's gonna pick off as much of that slipstream as he can before getting right down to 86 kilometers per hour. Third gear, turning, waiting. Go on the power. And Johnny SVK is now totally open to the draft.
He's done enough.
So Zesty has got to close. He's got to close. Yeah, they're equal on speed. It may just be a little bit too late. So Johnny SVK, A-OK.
I reckon Zesty's got more slipstream than Johnny, because Johnny, I felt like, was pulling away there, and he was certainly in slipstream range. So Zesty with more downforce. Really not got the top speed on the oval to make a move like that. But through the corners here, you can see Johnny SVK washing wide, whereas Zesty is planted and having to do less work in these high downforce corners. He'll be able to follow Johnny closer than if it was the other way around, but gets a wheel on the curb. That unsettles the rear. The diff does not like that on the rear, so he'll have to try it on the school straight. But again, it's a downforce limited straight here, and he's going to have to go late on the brakes. He does so. Johnny gives him the space on the entry, but has to hold it through on the middle. Zesty will get a better exit, and that should be that.
Yeah, that is how you do it. Zesty now in 11th place, but he has 3.7 seconds to make up if he's going to pass Mad Jester or anyone else in the top 10. And Sufor, we're going to check him battling his teammate. Yes. So there has to be respect shown here. And yeah, it's going to... Oh! No, should be given priority here now.
Oh, amazing!
Wow, yes. I think Sufor is really having trouble with those tires. They're getting chilly, and it is proving difficult. And he goes for the Hail Mary. El Nano, he's watching and waiting to see. Using that better traction. Blue flags are now flying behind them. So that is Arska who wants to be let through. There we go. They both
lets him through.
Yeah, they're both ready to yield.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mad Jester, we can see him just out of camera, or couldn't see him in the camera shot there. He was hitting the wall. There he is now. So we get a look at Mad Jester's McLaren, and that's the target for Zesty. He gained about a second, 9/10 of a second to be more precise, that last lap. So Zesty has every chance now if he can keep that pace up.
He's got to get past the 2 battling TAV teammates in the meantime, who seem to be enjoying their fight together. It's currently El Nano who tops Sufor. Not Sufor's day today. Has had a great introductory, great rookie season. Opportunistic driving by Sufor, overtakes his teammate and gets past there by Strutter, and now has his teammate straight back with him. Well, at least they're having fun.
Yeah, they don't want to be broken up. That's the thing. Oh, and kicked up the back. It's Sufor into the gravel. El Nano hit him with just a misjudged entry, and now he's trying to wait for him to get out. So yeah, a bit of confusion because race leader Gabor is here. Gabor is just visible now. He has to be let well clear of these guys who are just trying to do their own thing. And Stephen Martin in 14th is going to be lapped as well. So we're having quite a shindig here to end this month of November.
Indeed we are. I think Jaban's had another issue. Yeah, he's been overtaken by Thamuli again. So I wonder if he's been off in the first sector. He's just been passed again by Thamuli, down to P6 for the second time. And with only 2 laps to go at the end of this one, I don't know if he's got time to catch Thamuli again. So I don't think he's going to be climbing up the order. But Gabor is doing everything right at the moment. He's just got past Steve Martin. He's catching up to the back of Johnny SVK and another back marker actually ahead of him. As now Manchester and Zesty are close together here. McLaren versus Sidus. And here we'll see if the downforce is different between these two, because Zesty's running high downforce. What's Manchester running, I wonder? Lower. Much lower. Well, that was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's happened earlier than I anticipated. Manchester, a very anonymous race, but he's picking up plenty of points, even if his time in the top 10 is currently over. He may be able to fight it back within the 3 laps that remain. 2 laps to go for Gabor now. He could possibly lap them, which would end their proceedings a little early as well. So yeah, Manchester didn't get as much camera time as he would have liked, but yeah, 11th place, driving a clean race today. That should be credited as well.
Yeah, for sure. We've got quite a lot of runners left. We had 25 qualifiers. We've still got 23 runners, which is impressive for such a volatile car. So fair play to everybody. As I say that, oh, I should keep my mouth shut, shouldn't I, in the final couple of laps when I say stuff like that. Mind you, Rayman is able, it looks like, to get his car out of the gravel. Needs to be very careful about how he rejoins.
Yeah, no safe corner really to rejoin. He's just waiting and waiting.
Final lap for Gabor.
A richly deserved victory. It's just a minute away now for Gabor. He wants to put Pegasus another lap down. Yeah, Pegasus is last on track. 22 laps complete for Pegasus. So yeah, he must have taken the chance to just park the car in the runoff or something. So that's how he got lapped so many times. And Gabor through Sector 1 already. You can next see I think it's Johnny SVK who wants to try and stay on the lead lap as we have the battle for P5. It's Zuban wanting to reclaim some of what he's lost. He's got Thamuli in his sights now. Oh, a bit of contact. Yeah, you got the right angle for it there. But it is Zuban through. Gabor through the final chicane now. And Johnny SVK will not be lapped. He's done enough to stay ahead of the incredible Gabor. He's won for the 4th time in an F08 in RTFR, which is yet another record-equaling performance.
Yeah, Anti-Valter comes around the final corner to finish P2. The championship lead has been closed ever so slightly, but not enough. Valter still has an enormous advantage going into the final 2 rounds of the championship. He has probably done enough to feel more comfortable in the championship. A good result. He had to get that place. He had to get that podium, Owen.
Unquestionably, yeah, that was so important for Anti-Valter. He can play the margins at this stage, just pick up the podiums, and he will almost certainly become the champion, no matter what Gabor tries to do. So he's 2 rounds away from completing the season's efforts here in season 2 of RTFR, and now we can see 12 cars across the line. So just Johnny SVK should be the last on the lead lap. There we go. We have our full results confirmed.
Thank you very much, Eoin, as ever. Yes, Gabor, Anti-Valter, and TJ are your podium finishers tonight in 31 minutes 45. A brisk race, as ever, in RTFR, the bi-weekly version of this championship. Then we've got Unite, one step off the podium. I don't think Unite saw the cameras tonight. I don't think he saw the cameras once.
The beginning of the race, I suppose, he was able to pop up, but yeah, it's definitely another example of a driver getting on with the job. Didn't get the shine of the cameras on him, but yeah, he did everything he had to do. Unite, it was just TJ, I think, overtook him for third after the Zaban fell down. So that's really about all for Unite to think about.
Yeah, half a second in it in the end, so super close finish between TJ and Unite. But Unite one step off the podium, bit of an anonymous race this time. Zaban definitely did not have an anonymous race. He was battling with Thamuli for most of it because he kept making errors. But there we go. P5 in the end. He did manage to get past Thamuli in the dying stages. P6 for Thamuli. Then it's Rony and Lorenzo, the race green duo there in 7th and 8th, with Zesty and Asker rounding out your top 10. Manchester couldn't get into the top 10 tonight. He finishes P11 just ahead of Strutter, Johnny SVK, Stephen Martin, Michael Malik, Yari Catella, Motti Makari, Rayman, El Nano, and Sufor are your top 20. 3 drivers on the second page who have been classified as finishers, Spider-Man, Redbot, and Pegasus, with LG Meese, our only registered DNF from the start of the race. Good effort from everybody there for completing a difficult race with a difficult car. Gabor credited with the fastest lap, a 107.4. It was his day today. He did everything right.
Exactly, yeah. He got his launch spot on. He defended from Valta. He pulled a second ahead from the end of lap 1, and there was just no way back for anybody else. He lapped just under half the field, nearly got the perfect split. 50-50, so yeah, he did everything you could have asked for him, and he's just here in their Twitch chat saying it was, well, he just began saying it was an okay race, but of course he said as a follow-up to me, pace was insane. So yeah, I really appreciate how well he's driven yet again. It is a wonderful sight to see Gabor in this form.
Yeah. I mean that's a heck of a win, a heck of a margin. So congrats to him. You'll see him again hopefully in 2 weeks' time as he tries to close down the gap to Anti-Valter in the 2 opportunities he has left in this season at an open config at West Hill with the LX4. That is going to be interesting to say the least. We've got a lot of interesting kind of championship battles happening towards the end of the year in the numerous championships that we cover here on Sim Broadcasts, but this is gearing up to be quite an interesting one. The LX4 at West Hill Central Road Course 3, a mouthful of a track, and one that we are very much looking forward to seeing again on our channel. So let's hold ourselves, hold the excitement of crowning Asker for just a little bit longer, because it is still mathematically possible for Gabor to win it. So we've got to wait until next week before we can start to get excited. But we do have a championship battle to be decided, and we hope that you can join us for it. Eoin, tonight was fun, and let's do it all again in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll look forward to the end of the year. It's been a memorable season 2 without a doubt. So yeah, just one last break, and then we'll be all committed for the final forays of RT4 and indeed RT4 XL. So yeah, huge month coming up for the 2 editions of the championship. So yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, championship deciders left and right. We've got GTI Thursday coming up next on our channel. That'll be next Thursday, the 28th of November, at a combination to be decided this Thursday. So we hope to see you either on the grid for the 2 races that we'll have next week for round 45 in that championship, before we return to Rony's Tuesday Fun Race in 2 weeks' time. From all of us here at Sim Broadcast, we hope you have a great evening and a great rest of your week. We'll see you next week for GTI Thursday. Have a good one. Good night.
Bye bye.